Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this week's video we're going to tackle the paint on my Honda. We need to paint the rear quarters and we need to repair the rear bumper. I gathered quite a few things here already. We got of course the spray paint, we have some filler we have to add, a bunch of sanding equipment, a caulking gun and some body sealer for the arches, breathing mask and so on. So I will show you what we'll tackle today and we'll get right started.
Here you can see that the driver's side rear quarter is in okay condition. It has a few minor scratches, a few pinholes, but nothing to worry about. The primer is in good condition, so this side doesn't need as much work. On the passenger side, on the other hand, you can see that we have some bonding issues caused by the fluid film. This is a result of me rushing this paint job, not giving the filler enough time to cure. In some spots it lifted off and cracking the primer above it. First things first, I'm jacking up the car so I can take the tires off, as well as the side skirts and the rear bumper. This will give me full access to the side panels in order to paint them.
Alright, as you might can see behind me and did see on the time lapse, the car's prepped now. There's some few interesting spots where, so right around here you see that the filler lifted, and there's a reason for that. The reason is that I was in a rush when I did that and it didn't fully cure when I applied fluid film from the back, like from inside, and that draw through the filler and made it come up. So these spots I will sand down completely and then lay some new filler over.
Here you can see the results of the bonding issue caused by the fluid film. Water seeps under the filler and lifts it off. Here you can see me blowing on it and some water drops escaping the area. We need to send it back all the way until we see no more moisture underneath there, and that should give me a good indication that we're in the clear and we can put new filler. As I go along with sanding, I make sure to put oxide primer on all bare metal spots in order to prevent rusting in the future. Here you can see me mixing up some filler. When you do this at home, make sure you mix it very thoroughly so the hardener gets incorporated well and it cures evenly. After mixing it thoroughly, I'll apply it to the panel. Make sure you spread it as even as possible, filling in all the low spots. This is one thing I always do wrong. I mess with it way too much. It ends up being way too high in some spots and way too low in others, and I have to go 3 or 4 rounds. So make sure you put a good amount, pull it flat, and then just let it be. Not like I'm doing here, just messing about with it. Filler starting to go hard, and you'll have to do another round. I won't bore you with the obsessive amount of sanding that went into that panel until it was more or less flat. Here I'm cleaning the other side and getting it ready to be masked. I'm just masking around it and putting some newspaper since this is a driveway paint job and I'm not too concerned with overspray with this car.
Alright, the car's masked. Took absolutely ages to sand. I got carried away and I was zoned out for like 2-3 hours. We got 2K spray paint, same color. We're going with a good old rattle can. I just want these sides to be the same color, so we will get to it.
As I just said, I'm using a 2K spray paint for this paint job. It's essentially the same paint you would put into a spray gun, but it comes in can form. There's a little thing you press in on the bottom and it mixes the hardener with the paint, resulting in a much more durable paint job. First, the area gets a light dusting all over. This makes sure that the paint does not react to the primer in any weird way and gives it something to grip to. You want to vent this at least 5 minutes before putting on the first coat of paint. I'm making sure to lay down 2 thick coats of paint, since this is a 1K paint job and it does not need clear. I want an even coatage and durable finish that will last me for a long time. Right around now you get to see what an hideous job I did with the filler. These side panels were absolutely trash before we welded in the new arches, so I'm not too concerned with it. It's better than it was and I'm satisfied. With 2 coats of paint done and the sun starting to set, it's time to clean up. After a few minutes of waiting, it's time for the best part, taking off the tape. Before I show you the finished paint job, here's a quick reminder what these side panels used to look like. This car spent over 10 years in Italy and it took a beating. Like, both sides were completely pushed in, the wheel arches needed to be replaced, and with a little bit of filler and some paint, we made this car look very good comparing to what it was.
Alright everyone, it's the second day. Paint is dry now, but before I show you the final reveal, we have to repair the bumper. As you can see, it got scraped bad, and that's not the most important thing. This is coated in bed liner, a little bit of black paint will fix that, but the mount is broken.
So here you can see the broken tab on the rear bumper, which we need to fix. This happened while we were on vacation in Italy. We always parked at camp spots or at hotel parking lots. The only night we left the car outside, somebody scraped the side and pushed in the inner structure of the car. It was a hit and run, the guy never stopped, the guy never told us, and we never got to see him. A little bit of a shame, but on this car I'm not too bothered about it, so let's get to fixing it. In order to fix this, I got myself what is called plastic welder. It uses these small metal pins, heats them up so we can push them into the molten plastic. This is a great way to fix plastics because, let's be honest, gluing most likely won't work. Here you can see me heating up one of the tabs just to show you guys. What you do, you just pull the trigger, push it into the plastic, wait a few seconds and pull the gun back. This creates a mechanical bond between 2 plastic pieces, and here you can see it's very sturdy, you wouldn't get that with glue. In the kit there are different shaped staples, I would say, and here you see me using one in the corner to fix the broken tab on the rear bumper. After you're finished, you just zip off these little pieces that stick out and the rear bumper is good to go again. In order to hide these scratches on the side, I'm just using some cheap undercoating spray that I had lying around. It's black, it has a similar texture to the Raptor liner and will hide these little blemishes just well. And for this car, let's be honest, it's more than enough. With the paint dry and the rear bumper repaired, it's time to put the car back together. Here you see me fitting the side skirts. I'm putting some fluid film underneath to make sure to protect the car from rust in the future. It's always wise to do this while you have these panels removed. The rear bumper gets clipped into the sides and then attached with some screws and a bunch of clips all along the wheel arches and underneath the tow hook. The last thing that gets fitted is the fuel door, and with that the car is complete. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please enjoy these beauty shots. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you guys next week. Peace out.